Alright, what's up guys, ByIRIE here. So we're back with another video today. What the fuck? Get out of my way. Serious mass boss.
Are you insane like me? Been in pain like me? Bought $100 bottle of champagne like me? Just to pour that mother.
I want to make a video about how to increase happiness and how to be truly happy within your life. I feel like that's one thing that a lot of people struggle with, is just truly finding true happiness in a society where happiness is based off followers or friends or social status. Without further ado, I got about 5 things that will increase natural happiness. Alright, number 1 is going to be exercise. So I'm sure you guys have heard this a million times, but I want to give you more of an understanding of why exercise can increase happiness so much. To keep it simple, exercise increases a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine helps control our reward pathway in our brain, so when you work out, you're actually rewarding your body with something positive. This in turn can boost mood. It also works on other neurotransmitters that can change your mood, such as serotonin, epinephrine, and stuff like that. But the exercise itself, not only does it help your brain, but it also increases your body's physical strength and endurance. In turn, can get more functions flowing around your body, more blood cells, more oxygen to other parts, and all this together will increase your physical health, which will eventually increase your mental health. And I'll probably make another video explaining each of these individually more in depth, but I just want to give you guys a quick list of things you can do to increase happiness. Number 2 is get better sleep. Another thing that a lot of you guys have probably heard already is to get more sleep, and I'm not going to go too in depth on this video. But basically, the way I apply this to my life is I follow my sleep cycle. We sleep in cycles of about 90 minutes. And so if you can calculate that to when you go to sleep and wake up, you'll wake up feeling way better. I'm actually a psychology major, so a lot of the things I talk about, I try to give you guys dumbed down examples because I don't want to get into the science behind everything. But basically, at one period of your sleep, called REM, which stands for rapid eye movement, and this is the area of sleep where you do not want to be woken up in, or you will feel groggy and horrible. So if you can follow that sleep cycle, you'll end up waking up feeling more refreshed. You're supposed to get around 8 to 9 hours of sleep for older teenagers, but for me, I get about 7.5, but if I follow that sleep schedule, I wake up feeling amazing. I usually get up myself at about 7:30 a.m. and I go on a run and I do homework and eat breakfast before I go to class, and then after class I go to work, and then I come home, do more homework, and I can do all that while only running on about 7.5 hours of sleep due to me following the sleep cycle. So just getting better sleep in general can improve your mood. It also helps heal your body and your brain. So your brain will have time to adjust those chemicals, like I said, dopamine and serotonin, and it can also improve your memory and all these things that can subliminally help your overall happiness. Because like I said, happiness we think is such a conscious thing, about our physical worth, or it's about our friends or social media, but really happiness is what comes down to your brain chemistry and how you can improve those things. So that's what I had for the first 2. These next 3 are going to be more personal things that you can help evaluate your happiness. So number 3, this one's super important because this applies to every aspect of your life, and it's something that I use every single day. You have to evaluate your negativity in your life. So basically, the best way to explain this is literally just make a list of things that upset you. You could journal every night, or you could just do this once or twice a week, or just do it consciously in your head. Think about the things that are upsetting you in your life. Think about what's putting pressure on you and what's stressing you out. For example, there's good stressors like school and work. Those are things that you need to do in order to maintain a normal life. But other things like toxic friendships, relationships, family members, overburdening yourself with maybe sports and work and school all at once, not having enough free time for yourself, maybe you're not getting enough sleep, like I said earlier. All these negative things in your life will end up reflecting in your mood and your happiness. So the important first step of looking at your happiness is definitely to evaluate what is causing negativity in your life. The last part about evaluating negativity is looking at your own character defects. This means that maybe you're controlling, maybe you have ADHD or OCD and anxiety, and you stress out about a lot of things. You can look at those and look at ways that you can help yourself get out of those controlling habits, because a lot of the time when you're getting yourself overwhelmed, you increase the stress levels and then you're not as happy. And so I'll explain this more later in the next couple steps. Number 4 relates to number 3, and this is understanding the things you cannot change. This comes from the Serenity prayer. The Serenity prayer can really help you release some of those control issues and really help you evaluate what's good and what's bad in your life, and what you can do to fix certain things and some things that you can't fix at all. So the Serenity prayer goes, give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. The first step is asking yourself to accept the things you cannot change. So if you evaluate your life and you realize you can't change your work schedule or your school schedule necessarily, then you have to accept those things. Stop stressing about it. Just say, hey, it's a part of life. I have to get through this. Some things you just can't change. You also can't change how other people think or feel. Instead of trying to control everyone and your friends or whatever it may be, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you cannot control everything and that some things you just have to accept. The second part is the courage to change the things you can. If you have stresses in your life, bad relationships, anything that I talked about in the previous step, look at what you can change to better your life, because it's important to realize the difference of things you can't and the things you can change so that you can work towards those goals. And the last part is the wisdom to know the difference. This is important because sometimes it's easy to forget that you can't always control how people think or feel about you or how you're going to be stressed out about something. And it's important to have that wisdom to understand the things you can't change, because at the end of the day, you're going to be stressing if you overthink everything. Like I said, I'm going to be making another video hopefully on each one of these steps individually and making a longer video explaining them, but I just want to give you guys a quick couple steps on how to be happier. And the final step, step 5, this definitely has to be find yourself. This is the important step, and I recommend doing these kind of in order, because after you've evaluated yourself and accept the things you cannot change, you could eventually look at yourself and see what you like to do, what your passions are, how to embrace those things, what makes you happy. I'll use myself for example. I enjoy video editing, I enjoy filming, photography, I enjoy studying, I enjoy researching psychology, I enjoy the brain, I enjoy playing video games. And these are all things that I like to do. And so, but sometimes you get so lost in what you like to do because you're too worried about impressing other people. And so it's important to realize what you like to do and find yourself, and overall that will increase self-happiness, because when you're actually doing things that you like I said earlier, the dopamine receptor will respond to these things and you will have an overall sense of happiness. Also, finding yourself mentally, thinking about where you want to be in your life. Setting goals is an important thing, because if you set a goal, you're way more likely to achieve it than if you just think about it and say, oh, I might do that one day, or that's something I like to do. But if you write it down and say, I will do this, you get it done. And you can do that with happiness. You can say, listen, I want to be more happy. I want to have these things in my life. I aspire to achieve these goals. And for me, that's helped me a lot, because I've been able to grow and get into college and do things I love and have more free time, all while going to work and school and having other obligations outside of those, and I can still maintain my inner happiness. I understand that these won't work for everyone, and I understand that there's also mental illness out there that can affect these things, and that not everybody's the same. But for me, I've been through a lot of things in my life. I understand that depression is real, and I understand that sadness is also very real. But for me, a big key to my inner happiness that I've found, and having true self-love, has definitely been to evaluate my life, change the things I can, and then just to find myself and embrace who I really am. Because at the end of the day, I no longer seek to impress people. I only do things I like. I only do things that will make me happy, not to do them for other people. That's not to say that you can't be selfless and do things for other people, but when it comes to just impressing your friends and stuff, it's really not going to be worth it in the long run, because at the end of the day, you'll find friends that like you for who you are once you act like who you are. I know it's kind of a quick video, guys, but I hope you guys enjoy. I just want to get more content out there and upload more, and I hopefully will be making more videos on these topics, because, you know, I am studying them in school. This really is my true passion, is to help people and kind of just understand the brain and how things work, because I hope to get a job in the behavioral neuroscience field, and I look forward to keep learning and informing you guys on what I know. If you guys have any video suggestions, put them in the comments. I can do anything. If you guys want me to get more scientific on these things, I sure can. Or if you guys want me to do more vlog style videos, let me know. I'm trying to get a new camera soon. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.